Did Warner Brothers ever plan to portray Ms. Heard as the co-lead in Aquaman 2?
No, the movie was always pitched as a buddy comedy between Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson.
It appears to be that not only has Amber Heard's private life been ramshackle after the $50 million defamation suit got over, but now after the court ruled Depp as the victim, the Aquaman starlet's acting career is on the brink of collapsing. Amber had a few supporters on her side from day one when she released her infamous op-ed in 2018, and Warner Brothers was among them who chose to believe Heard, put their faith in her, and instead asked Johnny to step down from one of their film's franchises. At that time, it seemed like Depp was the one who lost big. However, with time passing by, it became clear who was the real loser. And yeah, you guessed it right, it was Warner Brothers, who soon after the big revelation of Heard's true colors, regretted their decision to letting Depp resign. Warner Brothers surely did blunders in the past, but currently they are trying to fix the damages done, and according to rumors, they are going to start by cutting off Amber's role entirely from the Aquaman 2 movie. So, what exactly has the production house decided regarding Amber's part in the film? Let's find out.
I had to I fought really hard to stay in the movie. They didn't want to include me in the film.
Objection, Your Honor.
While testifying during the defamation trial, Heard claimed that her role in Aquaman 2 was significantly pared down because of a unanimous decision that included her character's time in the movie cut down from 20 to 25 minutes to 2 minutes. She dragged Warner Brothers to the courtroom, and it led the DC film president Walter Hamada to take the witness stand and debunk the misleading claims made by Amber against the company, calling it a hoax. According to the actress, her role as Mira in the Aquaman 2 movie was affected by the defamation trial and allegations made by Depp that ruled her as the AB. However, Walter Hamada stated Heard's arguments were invalidated as her reduced screen timing had nothing to do with her ongoing trial, but for the lack of chemistry between her and co-star Jason Momoa. The DC film president said, editorially, they were able to make that relationship work in the first movie, but there was a concern that it took a lot of effort to get there, and would we be better off finding someone who had a bit more natural chemistry with Jason Momoa and move forward from that point? And now it looks like Amber not only has a problem with her co-star and DC film president, but also with the new president and CEO of Warner Brothers, David Zaslav, who is unhappy with Aquaman 2, which is currently in post-production. David might have kept an eye on Amber and monitored her trial with Depp, which caused him to declare his disappointment regarding what he has seen in the movie. We are going to talk about the new CEO and his views on the Aquaman film, but before that, let us shed some light on the off-and-on relationship between Heard and Warner Brothers. Amber's connection with the production house was brought to the open when she wrote an op-ed soon after her divorce from Depp, claiming that she was a DV survivor. Although in the WAPO article there was no mention of Johnny, it caused the actor severe backlash from the public who had yet to learn the real story. And when the situation started to get out of control, Depp filed a $50 million defamation suit against Amber in response to her editorial. However, at that time, Depp's opponent wasn't only his former wife, but he had to fight against The Sun, a British newspaper that, based on the 2018's op-ed and their own speculations, labeled the actor as a WB. The Edward Scissorhands actor filed a similar civil suit against the newspaper company, and the court ruling ended badly for him. Depp lost the libel cast against The Sun, as according to the UK judge Mr. Justice Nicol, 12 out of 14 alleged incidents were substantially true. The decision came as a huge blow and affected Depp's both private and public image. It was also after the UK libel trial verdict that Warner Brothers started to rethink its decision of casting the actor in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Soon after losing the case, Johnny dropped another bombshell on his fans, telling them that Warner Brothers has asked him to resign from his role as Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald. At that time, the film studio did what was best for them, and thus their action led Depp's fans to start a boycott against the production house, as well as open a petition to remove Amber Heard from the DC franchise too. The movement picked up when an audio recording between Heard and Depp got leaked, where the actress was heard admitting to hit Johnny along with her other plans, revealing that she was the real AB in their relationship. The petition to remove Amber from Aquaman 2 received over 1 million signatures, yet Warner Brothers chose to remain motionless, unlike what they did with Depp. Aquaman's producer, Peter Safran, even went further, dismissing the fans' petition and casting them as something with no importance whatsoever. During the Deadline Hero Nation podcast, Aquaman's producer was asked about his opinion on the boycott movement that started against Amber and whether it was going to have any influence on the film's production and the maker's decision. And apparently, Safran was optimistic about the movie's future as well as Heard's involvement in it. I don't think we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure. You gotta do what's best for the movie, continued Safran. We felt that if it's James Wan and Jason Momoa, it should be Amber Heard. That's really what it was. Peter further added, One is not unaware of what is going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it or take it as gospel or accede to their wishes. You have to do what's right for the film, and that's really where we landed on it. Amber, who was also aware of the campaign and the petition crossing its milestone, chose to put belief in her fans as based on her judgment, she never said or did something to be held accountable for. Paid rumors and paid campaigns on social media don't dictate casting decisions because they have no basis in reality. Only the fans actually made Aquaman and Aquaman 2 happen. I'm excited to get started next year. The actress addressed the protests by sticking to her guns. Nonetheless, all those faiths and supports are in the past, as Warner Brothers soon got to learn about the dark past of one of their favorite actresses and the whole story behind Amber's felony obstruction. Though Warner Brothers didn't officially drop Amber from their franchise, their recent decision revolving around her role in the movie did catch some attention. Warner Brothers is aware of the ongoing drama and the growing tension to the point where they are starting to cut down Heard's part in the Aquaman 2 movie, and based on recent news, she has now got barely 2 minutes of screen time. It is evident that Warner Brothers is slowly distancing themselves from the actress after she lost the $50 million defamation case against Depp, and they started off by giving her character 20 minutes in the film, then it got down to 10 minutes, and now it has been reduced to 2 minutes. Looks like a slow but steady progress. If you blink, you will surely miss her presence. Also, as per new documents shared on social media, it appeared to be that Warner Brothers was trying to drop Amber from the recent Aquaman movie entirely. The document shared revealed any delay in WBEI picking up Heard's option for Aquaman 2 was due to creative issues in casting Ms. Heard. It was only a general thought, as Amber is still in the movie despite her losing the defamation case against Depp and getting called out as an AP and a liar. And amidst the legal battle between the former couple, Warner Brothers found itself caught in the middle, from which they are desperately trying to get away. Recently, it has been reported that the new CEO of WBD, David Zaslav, is laying off people left and right to cut at least $3 billion of debts fair and square, starting from the brutal cancellation of Batgirl and the HBO Max animated feature Scoop. Bear in mind that Batgirl was worth a $70 million project, and according to Zaslav, he isn't investing in something that's not making enough money. So, what's going to happen to Aquaman's franchise, which is going through a crisis due to a certain someone? Well, in accordance with the turbulence week in Warner Brothers, Amber is in for a rough ride. Zaslav, who is aware of the issue with Amber and the ongoing protest against her, knows how her interference in the film can bring nothing but hard time for the studio. As mentioned, nothing is safe from the new CEO, who cares only and only about profit, while Aquaman franchise is facing losses and isn't getting any hype since the controversy started. Amber might be the next to get cut off from Warner Brothers, as Zaslav is getting rid of people who aren't bringing any financial gain. The film studio has stopped advertising the movie, dropped anything which will lead to a rise in its discussion, and many fans also noticed that there was no mention of Aquaman 2 in the recent San Diego Comic-Con event. Unlike every other year where the studio would take over Hall H for floor shows and 2-hour presentations, Warner Brothers skipped the floor show completely, including a presence for DC Comics. Based on the recent event, there was no display of new toys or merchandise, maybe for the fact that the studio didn't want the people to talk about Amber and her presence in Aquaman 2. The studio also cut down their 2-hour-long presentation in half and only discussed 2 of their 2022 releases, Black Adam and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. While Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was completely MIA, it was also reported that Warner Brothers yet again pushed back its release date, deciding that instead of getting a 2022 release, the DC film will be hitting the screens on 2023. The continuous delay of Aquaman 2's release date tells a lot, as this isn't the only time that Warner Brothers has shifted the film's scheduled release date. The studio knows what exactly is the problem with the film, as the sequel was completed shooting months ago, yet Warner Brothers denied making it go public, coming up with excuses such as COVID-induced production delays with visual effects. And while uncertainty lies with Aquaman 2's release date, Warner Brothers' new chief and HBO Max have decided to remove Aquaman King of Atlantis, one of the original DC superhero shows, from the streaming service. Nothing is safe from the layoff bloodbath, as WBD's new chief, David Zaslav, has cut down 36 other shows, including 20 originals from the streaming platform. Since his arrival and cruel cancellations of shows, fans wonder what lies ahead for Amber, who is causing nothing other than problems for the studio. We hope you enjoyed this video. Now, Johnny Depp's lawyer has leaked new audio recordings showing Amber's plan to frame the actor. Click here to find out.